Blackstone Publishing presents The King's War, The Friendship of George VI and Lionel Logue During World War II, by Mark Logue and Peter Conradi. This book is read by Greg Patmore. To my wife Ruth, who contributed substantially to this book. To my children, Amy, Hannah, and Laurie, even though they still haven't read The King's Speech. To my mother-in-law Beryl for her support, especially over the past year. To all my close friends for their kindness and love. Foreword. The King's Speech was a huge critical and commercial success when it was released at the end of 2010, picking up 7 BAFTAs and 4 Oscars, including Best Picture and Best Director for Tom Hooper, Best Actor for Colin Firth for his memorable portrayal of George VI, and Best Screenplay for David Seidler. It must have been watched by at least 40 million people at the cinema alone. In the years since, millions more have viewed it on DVD, Netflix, Amazon, and on television. It is not difficult to understand the film's appeal, the story of the future king's battle with his lifelong stammer, and the help he received from Lionel Logue, his irreverent Australian speech therapist, clearly struck a chord with audiences. Cinema-goers revelled in its Englishness, were touched by Firth's performance as the gentle, vulnerable monarch, and applauded Geoffrey Rush's portrayal of Logue, with his determination to cut through protocol to help his royal patient. It helped that the story was true. George VI did have a stammer, and yes, he was helped by an Australian commoner who used highly unconventional methods. For me, the film meant something much more. Lionel Logue was my grandfather, but he died in 1953, 12 years before I was born. So he was always something of a mystery. His story was told to me when I was a child, but I never paid too much attention to what seemed like ancient history, even though, growing up, I became fascinated by the medals, signed royal photographs, and mementos scattered around the house. In fact, it wasn't until my own father, Anthony, the third of Lionel's 3 sons, died in 2001, that I began to appreciate the role that my grandfather had played in the history of the royal family. It fell to me to organize his personal papers, which had passed first to his eldest son, Valentine, an eminent brain surgeon, and then, on Valentine's death in 2000, to my father, who had locked them away in a tall grey filing cabinet in his study. Coming face to face with my grandfather for the first time, on 31st August,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?